Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. It is round two this week with myself and Seb, Lucky, or AKA Lucky. How are you doing, Lucky?
Yeah, really good today. Thanks, man.
So we are back. We covered the classic race, which took place on Wednesday, but we're into the GPs. It is the weekend. It's Friday, so that means GP3. We are at China, where we have 13 drivers. I'm kind of wondering if these guys will be dealing with any rain because it is China. So we'll get on to that. I'm just reading one of the comments loud. Yeah, I'm gonna let them. Some of the drivers are asking me if they're allowed one lap for Q1. I'm just gonna let them know that that is okay. So, what are you looking forward to in GP3, Seb? I know you covered it more than myself so far, so this is kind of a fresh field for me. I know a couple of the drivers here.
Yeah, well, to be fair, every time it's been a good race, but not had a dull one.
The likes of Jugster sits on 50 points currently. So can he make it 75 tonight? We do actually have a returning driver. I know he used to drive with us, I think, a while back before I even started with SF1, but Last Ouija is here. We do have a couple guys that are going to go out and do a one lap kind of practice situation. Who was first out? Jugster went out. Neglects went out. I can't tell who's first though. Not that it matters, but you kind of take a risk going out here. Let's hope these guys, don't wreck on this outlap. So, outlap it is, and then nice little practice lap, and then we should get into Q2. I am seeing a little bit of overcast, though. I wonder if that means rain. I think one of the drivers are going to let you know. Nope. It's sunny at the beginning and then overcast towards the end. So if you guys want to run down while we're waiting of the table, I have it right in front of me. Jugster is sitting at a solid 50 points, followed by Cardinal and Mo tied at 18 points. So they have quite a gap. They have about 32 points they have to make up. Samurai brings in fourth, and Goomba, a solid running so far from Goomba, who actually missed last week. He's still sitting in fifth.
Wow, that's all right then.
That's right. I want to make sure I let everybody know.
Hopefully this time out, it won't take too long to get through the Q1 stage. I know the last two rounds have had a little bit of a mixed signals between drivers as to what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing. You definitely want to keep this clean. I think a couple of the guys, Blaze recoil. Goomba is right ahead of Blaze. These guys will want to keep it clean. Consider it a practice lap. Oh, okay, there's four cars.
Cardinals come back in. Seems to be happy.
So let's hope that if you guys are watching GP2 last week, had to miss because the Xbox servers decided to crash. I think we mentioned that on Wednesday, right before the stream. So I'm hoping that they hold together for our race tomorrow.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I would like to race
does.
tomorrow.
Jugster pulls in the fastest lap. Just taking care of everything, guys, and then I'll be full on.
Bob the Flop returns to the pits, so he may be retiring. Looking through the field, oh! And, I think that was... Who was that? Only Planes going on? Someone just slid off somewhere.
Oh, these guys. Keep it easy, guys.
Yeah, it's not what you want to be doing.
Oh!
Q1 on your practice laps.
I think it's Blaze Recoils. I think he's having a difficulty time with that car.
It may have been... Actually, there was a red car that was sideways to the gravel.
So let's see, a couple other guys. Seth is going for one. Glass is going for one.
Telhell's lagging a
What's
hell of a lot.
now?
Or Goomba, I'm not sure which one. One of the two.
Ooh.
It can make even the simplest sort of pass very difficult, that amount of lag. Looking through the field, everyone looks actually doing a few practice laps. Everyone looks nice and smooth, not too aggressive, not too much input on the wheels. So hopefully the pack might be a little tighter together this time. Can't tell much.
One of our drivers that we race with on GP2, SF1 Chronic, he's watching and says, Goomba for pole.
Did he not say that last week?
I think he even said it for Classic.
I think someone said it for Classic as well, yeah.
Oh no, he took place in Classic, never mind. Okay, so a couple of the guys, Goomba is looking to pull it in the pits, and then we should get into Q2, where we have, 13 drivers, so we'll miss 3 going into Q3. I think Goomba's lagging. Hopefully it's a spectator lag. No retires from the session. Goomba, I think, is now setting a lap. Ooh, that's not too shabby. Ooh, I think Jugster might have a little match today. I just noticed that.
You've just noticed the pole time?
Yeah. I've been looking at everything else.
I was going to say it when it popped up, but I thought you'd jump at that. Yeah, that Jugster might have some competition.
You beat me to it, Seb. I'll get to you later. Absolutely, if you're watching, this is GP3, not GP2 or GP1.
We all know that GP2 is the best league, but it's, Seth,
I don't know.
tank slapper into the wall. Oh,
That's what I'm talking about. You have to be
Yes.
careful. If he would have wrecked, he would not be in Q2.
no. Just a tiny bit too. It's very easy actually. Take a little bit too much of that exit curb and quite easily get spat out in the wrong direction. So he's actually very lucky to get away with that as he touches the grass again into turn 1.
The tires might be overheated. I'm pretty sure they have to be.
Yeah, no matter
Yeah.
what they are, they're not in a racing condition at all.
And he elected to go out on the softs. Maybe just a little bit of a practice run.
Yeah, maybe a bit of race pace practice or something like that.
So the other two, Glass and Goomba, pull into the pits. I will say, I believe that Glass is now going to try to be full-time. And if he is, this isn't me playing favorites, but he is in a Salva.
I think if he does stay, then it's going to create some, hopefully, I don't want to jinx it now, but it's going to create some really good racing at the top end and take that
And
ego
that
away
and
from Jugster a little bit.
We definitely need the points in Salva. Currently sitting at 9 points in the Constructors' Champion.
Well, after the first round, I was the only Renault to score points. It was miserable.
The
I was
glass
expecting us to be
retires.
second.
Goomba, now we're just waiting on Seth. See if he pulls it into the pits here.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep, dives for the pits. This is a kind of an awkward pit entrance.
It's not the nicest entry. You basically have to hit the brakes as soon as you come off the track, and actually it's quite difficult sometimes to get the turning into that tiny little gap for the pits right out. Very often do a Lewis Hamilton.
And if you do, I mean, if you brake early for that pit, you lose a lot of time.
So much time, yeah. It's you have to hit it late or get a penalty basically, otherwise you know where it.
So that's it for Q1. Into Q2 we go, where the strategy plays out.
Big time.
Now I haven't. This is probably the worst thing to say. I haven't practiced this week. What are the compounds? I know that ultra soft. I see soft, so I'm guessing it's probably.
I believe it's
ultra
soft mediums.
Ultra soft.
Oh, is
medium.
it super?
Okay.
No, yeah, I think it's ultra softs and mediums, but I'm not 100% sure.
So I think maybe a couple of the guys will elect to go with the soft, and a lot of these guys might run into the ultra soft just to try to get themselves in.
That would make sense.
8 viewers, guys, thank you so much for tuning in Friday with GP3. Sometimes I have to pause myself so I don't say GP1 or anything else. So, we saw the likes of a 31 from Glassweegee or 51?
31. The only one? I think.
So, guys in the comments, let me know what you think the poll is going to be for today. We can already start digging into that. Oh, a whole row of cars are coming out. So it looks like Lonely Plains gets himself out first. We'll fit it. Let's see. A couple guys on the softs, couple guys on the ultra softs. Actually, more guys on the softs than I thought.
Yeah, it's ultras, softs, and mediums. Just had a quick check at that in case I was feeding incorrect information.
So Lonely Plains has, I think, right behind him. Okay. Cardinal is coming out now, so it is Goomba. Keep it on board with Lonely Plains, unless he passes unless he lets Goomba pass him, and then I'll switch over to Goomba. Lonely Plains goes a little wide. You don't have to race right now, Lonely. Just take it easy until you get around. Take care of those tires, because if you're going to start the race on those tires, you want them as fresh as possible.
See, if I was Goomba by now, I'd be backing off, create a little bit more space between us, because Lonely makes a mistake. Granted, it's only their first attempt at a lap after this out lap, but if Lonely mucks up, then it's quite likely that's going to affect Goomba's lap.
So Lonely is going to be the first to start his flying lap, followed by Goomba.
Blaze in the wall.
Oh boy. And I noticed SF1 Soul is watching. Cheers, mate. So Lonely Plains. Neglects has retired. Hopefully that wasn't by accident or an accident. Lonely Plains looking. I think Goomba might be trying to pull toe here. It could work out for him.
As long as Lonely
Lonely
stays
is-
clean, doesn't make a mistake, it might well turn out very well for him. Just watching.
Kimmy went out on the mediums. Bold choice there.
Whatever
But
suits
he
you.
might feel like he might feel like he has the confidence to go out on the mediums. So Lonely Plains looking a little dodgy, trying to cope with these corners. It is quite a tricky track. DRS opens. Puma in the background there. I know he's got somebody right in front of him. Okay, good.
Oh,
Moved
that's
out of the
alright.
way.
Goodness me. A
Comes
lot of
Lonely.
time on Lonely
I think-
was last sector. Number 134.3.
Followed
On the
by
soft.
Jugster goes
33.9.
33. Samurai's coming around. Up. Maybe it was invalidated?
That was lagging a hell of a lot. Can't even
Cardinal.
watch the screen. Oh! Diamond lap there from Cardinal.
So it looks like the guys in the softs are pulling it off.
Bob the
Jugster
flop.
backs out, lets somebody go.
That's
through.
crossed the line.
Lonely Plains
33.8.
gets himself.
Second.
Oh, Bob the Flop, yeah, okay. I think Seth is gearing up to start his flying lap. Samurai is on one. Kimmy's on the back stretch.
Mo's
Looks like
about to come
Mo's-
around the last corner.
And then I'll pop on Kimmy.
So
What
this
can
is on the
Mo
softs.
do?
It's 35.5.
Goes fifth. Kimmy goes really wide in the hairpin. Can he still set a decent time? Oh, I think they invalidated it for that reason. Blaze recoils on his way out. Samurai is
Samurai.
about to finish his lap. Chronic says
His entry to that
132.9 for
hairpin
pole.
was very, very tight. 135.1 for Samurai. Puts him in fifth on the softs.
So the only guy that's not set a time is Seth. Tellhell, who's on an out lap. Kimmy, I think, is going for another one on the set of mediums,
Glass
and Blaze
rounding
is
the
on
final
out lap.
corner for another attempt. And it's faster.
He's
132.9. Beautiful lap there.
looks like SF1 Chronic's prediction was or it might be spot on.
Quite possibly. With Seth.
So
Oh, very messy exiting the hairpin there.
still manageable. Can he put himself in sixth? Kimmy and Recoil Blaze are coming up to the line. I think
Blaze had
Blaze is
a bit of an incident earlier, so
he's
trying to get another
starting
lap
his
in.
flying lap. So we'll see what Kimmy can do.
it's 135.4 on the medium,
Kimmy-
so that's not a bad lap. Not a bad lap at all.
Hold it and get himself into Q3 on the set of mediums. He might have the best advantage, depending on how well he can take care of the tires.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, though, the two Ferraris in the drop zone. We will lose two drivers because Neglects has already been knocked out.
Looking at Tellhell on his onboard, it doesn't seem like he even knows the track, but the lag is unreal.
We'll have to keep an eye on it. Big Mo, to answer your question, we are still currently looking. but we want to make sure that they're in line pace-wise with these drivers, so it's not a repeat of what we had last season, if that makes any sense. We want these guys to have competition, guys they can race with. Hopefully I said that in the nicest manner. So Tailhill, looks like Blaze is going to come around for his flying lap. And he is on soft. Gets himself in 6th. That puts Lonely Plains in the danger spot. See if Tailhill can get himself in. Slows it way down. It does seem like he's a little unsure of the track.
It does, doesn't it?
It's 139.
Just seems a little. Oh yeah, like just sort of guessing.
The only thing I can think, maybe he was one of the lucky people over the holidays who were gifted a wheel, and he's trying a wheel for the first time.
Possibly. I mean, that's a nice positive look at it, I guess.
So I'm thinking anybody from Seth at this point should relatively be safe. 34.7. I think if, Samurai Kimi might want to think about coming out on the soft, see if he can improve.
Yeah, if I was Kimi, I'd probably want to whip another lap in just to stay safe, but yeah, I'd say Seth's probably about the cut-off, where you want to be.
It is kind of close. You have one guy, Glass, in a 32, and then 3 more drivers in the 33, and then Goomba's up 3 more drivers in the 34s, and then a lot of from Samurai down to Tailhill, or down to Lonely Plains are close in the 35s. Seth is going for another one, and it looks like there is a wheel on the track.
Oh dear, whose is that, I wonder?
Oh, okay, that explains it. Mark filled us in. Tailhill has only had the game for about a month, so he's learning. He'll get there.
Good on him then. Good on him. We'll let him off this time.
My brother was in the same situation a couple months ago. I gifted him my old wheel, and then he purchased this game. And I told him, if you want to race, nothing against him, but you need to start doing those practice laps.
Yeah.
Practice. The best thing you can do is learn the track, and then figure out everything after that.
Yeah, massively. I mean, when I started league racing, it was probably about 2014 game time. I thought I was quick because I won everything on career mode. And then, of course, you enter your league race, blah, blah, blah. You go in there and it's just a completely different ball game. There's being fast and having fun. Then there's being fast enough to race in a league race. And then there's being fast enough to do esports. And it's just... it's ridiculous the amount of time and effort you have to put in just to be competitive on a normal league race. I can't even imagine what the esports lads do. They must be putting in hours and hours and hours a day.
I couldn't agree more. I know when Tailhill almost puts himself out in the pit wall. But I was on what you said. I agree. I know. I played the actual game from Codemasters from 2013, and I didn't start league racing until last game with these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I've been using F1 games since the first proper one, the 2010 game. No one played the 2009 Wii version. 2010 is when I started, and yeah, it wasn't until the 2014 or 15 game that I decided I thought I was fast enough, and really I was nowhere near.
So Seth is the only one out on track looking to maybe improve. No, but to go off of what you said, yeah, I thought playing career mode, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty good. I think I can do well. And then, I mean, my first league race with these guys, it was a whole nother animal.
Yeah.
Learning everything
and racecraft between a genuine opponent rather than an AI is completely different as well. It's just not the same at all.
that, and the biggest learning curve for me, I would have to say, was car setups. Having an individual setup for each track.
I to be honest with you, I only started doing my own car setups at the beginning of this season for SF1. All the leagues that I did were used the presets, so I never actually came into it. And I can set up a car on a real track, fine. But on the game, it's just, again, it's another complete different ball game. You need to practice on as well. You need to properly feel the car out. And obviously, even though everything's equal, all the cars are slightly different. They have their quirks, they have their pros and cons. So you need to work through them as well.
Man who loves his preset, evil, or I guess I'll say it, his new name, SF1 Stoned.
Some of those presets aren't that bad, you know. I mean, when I'm practicing a track, I'll do preset, and then I'll only do a custom when I know the track. It's only only a second minute, which is a lot.
So the only guy out on track is Telhel. Let's see if he can get himself into the top 10. He's going to have one shot at it. Can he get himself into the top 10? He starts his flying lap now.
Such a difficult corner, this. Balancing the throttle right is very difficult.
Everybody else is finished, so Lonely Plains is out. I believe there's no improvement for him. So he will be one of the drivers. Can Telhel get himself into the top 10?
No, okay, that's a lie. Sorry. He just threw himself into the barrier on my screen. The game.
He's doing all right at my screen so far. Big Mo gets himself in. Oh yeah, he is a driver in here. Okay. I was confused for a second. I think he's with us. I can't remember, I'll have to look. But Telhel is trying to push himself into Q3 actually. Coming at the end of the DRS section. Hard on the brakes, but not too hard that you lock up. This lap looks a lot cleaner. I think he has done enough. P12, I think it still says.
5 to me, 12.
Oh, okay, Big Mo's is spectating. So, Q3. Will Jugster run away with it again, or does he have a little competition in that likes of the Salva by Glass Ouija?
Yeah,
Will these guys have quite the race between each other?
As well.
So a lot of the front runners. Kimmy does get himself in with using the mediums though.
It's going to give him a nice boost of confidence going into Q3. Hopefully, we'll see him at the top end. See, for me, I'm too embarrassed to use the softer tyre just in case I'm still not fastest.
I don't know, with the competition we have in GP2 this season, I'm a little nervous too.
I'm gonna bomb China, it's not going to be a good race for me. I can already feel
I kind of like the track. It's just learning that sometimes you have to put caution to the wind for your tires and push.
it. Plus, that first corner is not nice with 20 league races going into it.
I think there's going to be a couple guys that give each other a little shoulder rub or a boot. Hopefully, I'm not one of them. I had one in Australia.
See, Australia's normally quite
Somebody
bad.
first out.
It's nice and easy. Yeah, that is SF1 Mo. Followed by Seth.
Jugster's already out. I think he was the first to get out.
Sneaky.
Going for what I was talking about last week with the benchmark lap. And kind of an advantage too, because his pit lane is so far at the back. Being in a McLaren, he gets out quick. Oh, Coates's watching. Cheers, Coatesy, if you want a catch-up. We are currently in Q3. We lost 2 drivers in Q2. There are exactly 13 drivers, so a couple of guys practiced in Q1, jumped into Q2, and we lost Lonely Plains, and we lost Tell Hell. And Neglects, I don't know if he had an accident on track, but he sadly retired. And we are on to Q3. The big one, as a lot of people will call it, I guess you'd say. So Jugster coming around now to start his flying lap. Can he put a solid time down to defend his pole? I think he's gotten pole, correct me if I'm wrong, for Australia and Bahrain.
You would be correct there, yeah. Double pole.
So dominant force to be reckoned with. Jugster and GP3. He might have a little bit of competition this week with Glassy. Or Glass, I should say. Not Glassy. So he just started his flying lap. Staying with Jugster. See how he manages the corners.
So confident with the steering. It's just one movement, in and out.
I'm second. I wonder, that looks like it's definitely got to be a wheel user.
Either that or his thumb is very sensitive.
So Jugster coming up to start or finish his first flying lap. What is the provisional going to be?
That is a fast lap.
132.3. See who's next to finish. Mo's coming across, 133.9. Looks like Goomba's going to come in, see what he can set here. Goes second, 33 flat.
Seth's about to cross the line. Slow and pretty
Followed,
slow.
oh, yeah.
Oh!
Almost over a second.
Again, another second faster. So Jugs is really going to start beading at this point.
Goomba gets out of everybody's way.
Bob comes
Mo.
out of the last corner. It's a very fast time for third
Bob the Flop
position
gets
with a 32.7. Repping the
Blaze,
Renaults there.
Cardinals coming up. Goes third. A lot of 32s coming in. A couple 33s. Blaze Recoil is going to come out.
Samurai's just behind him. 33.5. So far, everyone's set a lap, but it is very tight, all the way down to 8th position. They're in the 33s, so first and second, third, a little bit ahead. Then the gaps are really quite tight from 4th downwards.
I think Jugster's going to pull it into the pits and look at the sector times and see where he's losing time.
Yeah. He'll be whipping out calculators, laptops, tyre wear charts, everything.
Everybody's pulling it back into the pits, I believe. I think they're going to wait until that last moment. Mo looks like he's going for another on a Samurai. Unless he has forgotten to turn his ERS down. Definitely looks like he's pushing for another one though. So we'll stay on board with Samurai.
Would you not be using full down the top end of that straight?
Everybody's rooting for Bob
Right,
the Flop.
there he goes. 33.5. Samurai's really going to want to get around as fast as he can, get in the pits. Otherwise he's like
Somebody went really wide
close to
there.
running out of time. That was Jugster.
Mo comes back out for another go at it. I think Jugster's
almost
gonna let it
stopped on track. Trying not to get a penalty, bro.
or get disqualified like we saw on the classic
Yeah.
race.
Yeah. So he kept it moving just a tiny bit, so got away with that.
I think Jugster wants another crack at this.
Definitely.
Cardinal.
Definitely. Glass is going back out for another run as well.
Surprising they're coming out so early.
I think Jugster's going to do one, try and get in and then back out if he's got the tyres. But yeah, I would have left it till maybe 3 minutes, possibly even later than that, just to get that one last attempt with the track at its peak performance.
Goomba has retired from 5th. Maybe he feels that's the best he can do. Hopefully it wasn't on. He didn't crash out somewhere.
I just
Can't
ripped my
see.
finger open.
Oh, nice.
Give me 2 minutes, bro.
Go for it. Samurai pulls it back into the pits. Mo, I think he's gonna pull it back into the pits, or he's gonna push for another one. Starting his flying lap now. Seth is looking to get himself higher on the table. Currently sitting at a 36. Maybe trying to find a 35. Can he get himself in the 35s? No, unless he's starting. Kimmy has retired as well. So Kimmy retires out of 6th. Goomba has retired out of 5th. See if Jugster can have anything to say with Glass time. Mo is looking for another one. I think Blaze is going to leave it for right now to come out.
Yeah, that's the sort of time I would have been leaving at.
Ooh, Mo catches
Mo.
the gravel. Don't get used to seeing that Haas that color. It's going to change next season. I hope so. Being an American, that color scheme is just awful.
Shouldn't it be red, white, and blue? With some stars.
Something.
And a fucking
Instead of
orange on
just
the back
big,
of it. The wig.
It looks like it's this super primer with a little bit of black and red.
It's Jugster. Oh no, that's okay. Maybe not.
It is Jugster.
It was a very
He's
slow
pushing
lap,
now.
unfortunately.
He's followed not too far behind
That's
Glass.
just
Just
done a
30 points.
130.7. Ridiculous.
And Jugster's not going to know about that time.
No.
So he's going to want to push as hard as he can here.
Cardinal's not far away from Jugster at all. He only needs a couple hundredths of a second to leapfrog Jugster if he doesn't improve.
Keep it on board with Jugster. Let's see if he can answer to Glass's time. Bob the Flop has fitted brand new Ultra Softs. Oh, Jugster loses it. So turn down your ERS, get around, try to get yourself going again. You have time.
He's definitely got enough time to try another one, but
Glass
he's
is
gonna
right behind him though.
hope he's got the fuel.
Oh boy.
I'm surprised Cardinal didn't have another go at that.
Jugster's gonna give it another go. Glass is right behind him. Oh no, that's oh boy. That's not how you want to qualify.
Just
I think
pushed
that's
it
Mo
that
and
little too
Jugster
far.
over with.
Bob the Flop, one to watch, coming down final DRS zone into the hairpin. What can he do? Like
Cardinal stays in third currently. Can
Final
Bob
corner.
outdo
Bob.
Cardinal's time?
Looking very fast. Bit fast enough.
So Jugster, Glass currently sits pole, and Blaze is
In the wall.
out.
Yeah, tank slapper on the final corner. Torpedoed into the barrier.
That's qualifying. So Glass, the debut for him, picks up a demanding pole. And followed by Jugster, the current championship leader. Cardinal puts himself third, which is a solid job. Bob the Flop's car just destroys himself in the Mo. Okay. Goomba stays in fifth, as well as King stays in sixth. Samurai is in seventh. Mo in eighth. Blaze in ninth, and Seth stays in 10th.
I think there's going to be an exciting race with Jugster, Bob. They're all quite close together. Interesting to see what what his race pace is like. It's all well and good being very quick in qualifying, but you get something slightly wrong in terms of setup, it can really damage you in the long run through the races. So, see how his car holds up.
So there we go. That is Q3 on to the race. It's going to be interesting. .130 compared to a 132.3. Second, 1.6 seconds separated the top for a pole. If Jugster wants to keep his winning streak alive, he's really going to have to push here. Cardinal does a solid job in third. Goomba gets himself fifth. So the Force India is looking really solid today. And now the drivers, like we mentioned, will have a complimentary 5-minute break. Kind of relax, gear themselves up for the race. Because once those lights go out, I know everybody's adrenaline starts pumping. Make sure I'm on the lookout so nobody readies up. should be about 9:23 that we go.
Yeah, I'd say that's about fair, yeah. 9:23 should be right.
Did the math there because it's only 4:18 here.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking about it, I was like, well done, you managed to count 5 minutes. But really it's
Mhm.
like 6 hours 5 minutes, or 5 hours 5 minutes.
It's 5 hours currently. Welcome to America, viewers. It's still very early. For these guys, it's pretty late.
20 past 9. Wonderful.
Yeah, they should be going around 9:23. Should be exactly about 5 minutes. Everybody's doing a solid job and not readying up. I think these guys usually the third to fourth weekend that kink kind of works itself out. Everybody knows the rules.
Yeah. It's good that we managed to get through that Q1 as well. For the last 2 times we've sort of had to sit and wait for the whole thing to get over and done with, but it's good that everyone seems to be falling into line now.
So, race predictions. While we're sitting here,
I'm going to predict that Glass doesn't finish.
oh, that's bold.
Yeah.
All right. How about your top 3 podiums?
Okay. I'm gonna go Cardinal Jugster Bob.
Cardinal for his first victory, huh?
Yeah, I
So
like to
SF1
keep things
Cardinal,
lively.
Cardinal Jugster Bob. Um, I'm interested to see now that Jugster has a a guy that's just as quick as him, how he copes with pressure. Because the last 2 races he kind of just ran away with it. He could
Yeah, we'll see
relax.
if he's a Vettel or a Hamilton, won't we? Can he deal with the pressure or not?
Yeah.
It's all well and good being very, very quick. And I don't think I'm hating on Vettel, because I'm a fanboy of Vettel. I love him to bits, but under pressure he doesn't perform. So maybe Jugster just
Oh,
can't
this
make...
season. Nobody can
Let's not
disagree
get
with that
started
with
on
this
this
whole
season.
entire season.
I can't even stick up for the bloke anymore. But his name's Sebastian, which is the same as mine.
Yeah, now he's
Basically all I
got one
can
of the
say.
most popular drivers now as his teammate.
Yeah, I know, he's actually pretty screwed for next year, isn't he?
Well,
And we all
I
know
mean,
Leclerc's
he's
going to be flipping quick. He's at least going to be as quick as Vettel's.
if they give them, an equal car, which
Well,
I don't think they're gonna do
yeah.
right away.
Do you not? No? I'd
Mm-mm.
understand if they didn't for the first 5 or first 3 or 4 races, but I think Leclerc is too much of a talent to ignore and to put to the side like that. I'm sort of upset that he went to Ferrari, because they do tend to do that far too much. I think it would have
I
been far
personally think
better in
for the
somewhere
first,
like Mercedes or Red Bull.
I think for the first year, they're gonna keep him just below Vettel's car. That way he can learn the team and all their background stuff that they do.
Yeah.
But once that second season comes, and he's
It's going to
teammates
be
with Vettel still,
all barrels
it's
drawn, yeah.
and if I would love to see if they had both had an equal car and they both were brought a better car than Mercedes, just to see the fireworks again, things that we've been missing over the years.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, I think that's what they're actually trying to they'd be trying to avoid for this year, because Leclerc is young, and although Vettel's, in terms of F1, he's quite old now, but when he started, he had amazing talent, but he was young, he was feisty and aggressive, and he made moves that no one else would do, and the same sort of thing's going to happen with Leclerc. And if they give him a car that's equally on target with Vettel and the rest of the field or whatever, I think he's going to cause too much controversy for Ferrari to handle. Because they're not good with controversy between drivers as it is. They like to control them.
No.
So they're not going to want to put Leclerc or Vettel in a position where they can fight each other freely, because let's face it, between a young hothead and Vettel, things aren't going to end up too well. So
And there's
I
Max
think
Verstappen crashing into both of them.
oh goodness, imagine
Sorry,
Max
Coatsy.
Verstappen and Grosjean on a team together.
We're going, guys. Oh, don't even get me started on Roman Grosjean. Oh, jeez. Even like Magnussen at times. But we're going,
Oh no, I
guys.
love him.
Formation lap is on. I do like him. I don't know. He does have his moments for me.
Hungry.
So before we start the race, Big Mo, aka Johnny Sherbert, was saying first place Jugster, second place Glass, and third place Cardinal.
Even with that 2-second deficit, he reckons that Jug's still getting front. That's interesting. That is interesting. Oh wow! Big off from a Renault by the looks of it. Lonely Plains on the outlap.
Oh no.
I didn't see if anyone caught him or not. I just switched to him there, but
And what's great is they didn't disqualify him for that somehow. He's still in it.
no damage either, which is. I mean, I don't know if you pick up damage on a formation lap, does it stay in the car?
I know it does on the tires. If you run through the grass, you start with grass in your tires, unless you have time to get them off or get it off before.
Oh, wow.
Which he might have got lucky. Like if I were him right now, I'd be doing a little bit of weaving
Very
to
active,
try to get
yeah.
those tires clean again.
Yeah.
16 viewers, guys. Cheers. We're on GP3. It's going to be race time. These guys have gotten lucky. There's no rain in sight. A little bit of overcast towards the end.
Tomorrow night's
But
going to be a
again,
storm.
this is F1 2018, so they could say, oh, there goes Lonely Plains
Lonely
again.
Plains again. Bit too aggressive on the weaving.
So, 14 drivers. Can we? I'll go from Samurai up.
Yep, I'll stick on Mo down.
Last couple guys pulling in now. It's about to go lights out, guys. Keep it clean. Keep your heads down. It's 28 laps, so it's kind of a long race.
Jugster's going to be wanting to try and get the better start into the first corner.
Here we go. 5 red lights, and we are go, go, go for the Chinese Grand Prix. Ooh, Haas gets out really quick.
Great start from the Haas.
Lag, there's lag. Somebody lagged. Jugster.
Lex is stuck at the back there.
Everybody
Through
seemingly
relatively
gets
nicely.
through. Corner.
Oh, just at
Jugster
the
has
back
let
there.
Glass go away.
Kakashi lets
Everybody's
Neglect through.
Lonely Plains has found himself up. Oh, okay. I thought he was in the very back.
Ooh, Telhell makes a little bit of contact with the back of Seth there.
Bob's not letting Jugster go. Everybody gets through. Can these guys get through the first lap clean? Oh man. Jugster is hard on Glass. He doesn't want to let that gap open up. Bob is falling. It's on the leader.
Blaze makes a pass on.
Blaze.
Kimi drops past back Cardinal and Gumba. So he's lost a lot of time there. Sector 3 yellow flag.
No. Neglects and Kakashi. So Glass is going to come around to lead the first lap of the Chinese Grand Prix.
Jugster's really clinging on there.
Neglects is left possession. Is this car ghosting? Oh, a couple guys pull for the pits. Samurai's in. Yeah, see if you can get him back in.
I will do that.
Gronick saying Mo for the win now. Mo is in 4th. I'm very interested to see what Bob the Flop can do here today. Jugster is not letting Glass go, though. Are we going to have a new GP3 rival between 2 guys?
Well, it'll definitely spruce the racing up a bit. Now that Jugster's got someone to really compete with. I thought that Glass was going to walk away with this one, but lap 2 and he's still in a second. Jugster, so he's not letting him get away at all. He really wants to stay within that second until we get to the DRS opening, then that will help him a lot.
Cardinal is fighting Blaze too. A couple guys are still close. Kimmy, oh, Seth goes for a little dive poke and loses some carbon fiber from his wing for his troubles. So, Jugster is catching Glass. Cardinal goes for the inside look on Blaze. Will it be stick? He's got a really...
Blaze has got a nice exit. I think Cardinal stayed ahead.
Can Goomba swallow up Blaze at the time? I'm watching that delta at the top. It's half a second, just under half a second.
To force India Ferrari sandwich for Blaze at the moment, but he's not losing sight of Cardinal. Just all over the
Can
back
Goomba
of
get
Glass.
past Blaze here? These two fighting for the lead, Jugster and Glass. It's going to be interesting once these guys get into the backstretch with DRS because it's already lap 3.
Glass's car just doesn't look as nimble as it did in qualifying with that full fuel on it compared to what Jugster's is looking now.
I wonder if Jugster underfueled. Just so he could have the advantage at the beginning.
Well, the first 3 laps
He
will be quite critical.
Bob has fallen pretty far. Let's see if Jugster can get anywhere close.
That's desperately trying to pull that slipstream away from him.
I think we're going to have quite the race on our hands between these two. I think
Goomba
it's
gets
going to be
past
back and
Blaze
forth.
down the inside. A bit wide to
Glass gets the fastest lap, even with Jugster having DRS.
Is Glass playing
Cardinal
games
is
with Jug?
working on Mo now. Can Cardinal get around Mo? It's not going to be this corner.
Closing speed under braking between the two. Cardinal and Mo is pretty severe.
And it's one of those tracks too, I feel that it's actually kind of hard to pass. You really only have one major area that's open for a pass, and that's the back straight with DRS.
Yeah.
Everything else, you kind of have to be patient.
Well, everywhere else you either have to be side by side on the braking zone or you haven't got a choice, so...
Or you'll have an incident like we saw Seth, who I think tapped the side of Kimmy and lost carbon fiber due to it.
Yep. Jugster's past
Oh.
Glass.
Glass is off.
Glass is in the wall. What did I say?
Oh
I mean,
boy.
It's still going.
He's going to have to be careful when he's back on track.
Put that in the pits as well, so he's going to lose a lot of time there. Seth's got to be careful.
That is something I did not expect to see. So Jugster is found himself in the lead.
Yet
Bob
again.
the Flop is 6 seconds back, though, so that's quite a gap. Goomba is going to be working on. Cardinal does get around Mo. Can Goomba get Mo?
There's a shape glitching out in the corner of my screen. On track.
I think Samurai is going to get glass here. He is. Follow on board. There's glass now. The
mediums. He's going to the end.
Back in. That's a long stretch to push those mediums.
That's very long. He's going to be very consistent, very smooth for the next 23 laps.
On the charge against Mo here.
Cardinal's already closing that gap down to Bob as well.
Coates says Bob in second. Goomba's gonna have DRS here. Oh,
they're looking a little bit too late.
Slipstream's gonna
there
go.
There he
move.
is.
Thought better of it, backed out of it.
On the brakes.
Blaze not too far behind. These two battling has helped Blaze stay with them.
So let's see if you can.
Goomba's looking like a new man lately.
Yeah, he's looking very energetic.
This is not what it was. Side by side.
Touch. Still next to each other. Looks like Mo's got the inside line.
A little bit of a bump.
Touching. Oh, a little bit of a nudge there.
And Blaze is caught right up to these guys now.
Mo's little tap there, helping to under-rotate Goomba's front end, just pushing him wide. And now, like you say, Blaze is right there.
It's going to be a very interesting backstretch for DRS. I think Goomba and Blaze might be able to scoot past Blaze, or not Blaze, Mo.
Yeah, if Mo's not careful, this could be 2 positions lost rather than just the one.
Ooh,
Blaze is in a great position now.
Blaze going to make the move.
He's going to make the move.
Thinks better of it. Can Goomba get him here? Right on board with Goomba.
Kimmy now is right on the back of them as well. Looks.
Blaze behind.
Blaze losing a little bit of traction on the exit there. Goomba.
Easy on the brakes, guys. Oh, side by side.
Didn't have anywhere to go, just had to move off track to avoid.
Lost a little carbon fiber.
Too much contact. I think it was Mo's front right end plate. As he goes into the pits and hits the wall. Straight into the wall. Lost his front wing even more so.
Blaze fighting with Kimmy now.
Great bit of on-track action we've got here. Kimmy down the inside again, but Blaze is closing it up. They touch.
Big shoulder.
Kimmy getting thrown around the track like a pinball machine.
3 yellows.
Glass gets the fastest lap on the mediums.
Plains has lost his entire front wing. I think it was him. So can Kimmy make a... He is on the mediums though.
He is, but just before Glass, Kimmy set the fastest lap. Then Glass did, both on the mediums.
Oh, Kimmy little. Sector 3 yellows. Might have been Lonely Plains.
Cardinals managed to bring that 3.7 second gap down to 2.6 seconds now to Bob, so slowly closing that gap up.
The gap at the top is open to a 9.5. Oh no. He's left the session with his car running. Can you try to get Lonely back in?
Yeah. It says he's in the pits in my screen.
Ooh, Blaze and Kakashi now going after it. Blaze gets a 5-second stop go for corner cutting. Side by side. Yeah, take it easy, guys. Blaze. Oh, Blaze pulled it in the pits. I was going to say, what happened? We have Mo working on. Oh.
Lonely
Okay.
stopped on track pits there. I've got a video of that. But it said he was in the pits, but he was on the track, so I took a video. Very strange.
Come out. He is charging towards Samurai. Can Mo get around Samurai? He's on a fresh set of softs, I believe. Meanwhile, Cardinal is catching Bob the Flop.
Yeah, that gap's now down to just 2 seconds.
Sector 2, Sector 3 yellows, guys. Can Mo get around? He's gonna pick his moment. Now it's... Is he gonna do it? He does.
Lovely stuff there from Mo.
I think that might give Samurai DRS though. So if he can stay with him and try to pull up next to him.
Chance to fight back to defend that. Cardinals just lost a whole bunch of time there.
Yeah, Bob got around him. Oh no, Bob was in second. I don't know what happened.
It just jumped from 1.9 seconds to 3.1, so maybe a touch wide or a lock up or something. But he's gonna do all that work again.
It's back to 3.3 seconds.
So, Jugster, 10 seconds adrift from Bob the Flop, sitting in second place. Cardinals there in third, 3 seconds behind. Dumba, Raikkonen, Kakashi, and Glass in seventh after a promising lead. Stuck himself in the barrier. Now he's got to fight back.
He has gotten himself back in the seventh. So he's not out of it, I would say, fully yet. Unless his tires go off towards the end. He's going to have to do 24 laps on these mediums.
And considering the 3 fastest laps he's just put in, I'm not sure if he's overly concerned about his tyres' life. So, whether he makes it or not, yeah, interesting to see. Cardinals brought that gap down to 2 seconds.
You can see him. Kakashi, 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Gap now is 1.7. I wonder if now the Cardinal has a lot less of ERS than Bob the Flop does.
Right.
I think
probably gone for a quali lap.
Bob is saving.
That gap down there.
Bob will want to be on his toes here because Cardinal's right behind him and he's catching him.
He's going to have to stop thinking about what he's doing tyre-wise and what he's doing placement-wise.
All the intervals are pretty much spaced out. A little bit of relaxing time until I feel Cardinal catches Bob. Hopefully these guys keep it clean. I think
Glass
Scott,
actually isn't making any inroads on Kakashi at the moment. He's actually sitting there at about 2.5-ish seconds.
Big Mo has let us know he thinks that Kimi's tires have finally turned on. I did notice that there's mediums in this game. they take a while.
Yeah.
Gap
Yeah,
between
you do have
Cardinal.
to wear them into the car almost. Strange. I really don't feel comfortable on the mediums around China. It's odd, but
And here comes that overcast that they were talking about. Ooh, Mo and Telhel. Telhel pits. Okay. Yep, he's got a pit for a new front wing.
Glass getting ready to make the move on Kakashi to dive. Kakashi didn't see him to the last minute, but gave him space. Glass moves up into 6th place.
6th.
Very good comeback drive.
Cardinals gap between Bob is staying at 1.5.
Yeah,
It's because Bob has now. Yep, he's kicked it in.
See, I wonder what
Cardinal pulls it in.
Ooh. That's what he's thinking. As I just started.
Jugster's in too. So Bob,
I was going to say,
there you go, Coatsy, if
will
you're
he
watching.
follow Jugster or not? But yes, he did.
Your teammate is leading the race currently.
My teammate is winning.
Ah, you guys are Renaults.
I'm a Renault boy, yeah.
Sat with a bunch of Renaults. Oh no.
I'm a Sauber driver in my other league though, so all good.
Oh, Kimmy and Cardinal fighting it out here.
Oh yeah, Kimmy just dropped back. Oh no. Kimmy's actually managed to stay there, so that's... Yeah, I thought that was Raikkonen going deep there, but managed to keep that one in front of Cardinal.
Kimmy started on those mediums, so he's gonna have a charging Cardinal right behind him.
Oh,
Kimmy!
That has ruined that entry.
Did well to help hold it though.
Yeah, but he's got to be careful because Glass is just behind him now, just 2 seconds away, if that. 3 seconds, and he's very
I just
fast
saw
on his mediums.
a spot of rain. I think this game lied to him. It's raining.
Really?
It is
I've
raining.
got no rain yet. Oh no, I just saw a bit.
Yep.
There is rain. This is going to spice things up, especially seeing Jugster and Cardinal have just pitted. So as Gumba comes into the pits,
Kimmy's in a prime position now. If he can hold these tires and maybe have that switch to
prime position, but he's just gone on to mediums.
This has helped Glass back too. It's on the outside.
If it properly starts raining, this could bring Glass back into a fight for the win.
Glass looking for the inside of Kimmy.
Kimmy's making his car nice and wide. Bless him past at all, but I think this is going to be the move. He's got the slipstream.
Sector 3 yellows.
Kimmy tried to come across there. Stop him. There it is. Proper amounts of rain now.
Doesn't look like the rain is affecting him much yet. I think it's going to be another 3, maybe 3 laps, depending on how hard it comes down. Glass is going to be looking at Cardinal here. Jugster does. Stops. Everybody but Kimmy has made a stop so far. Glass is catching Cardinal. What an incredible comeback. Let's hope that he can keep it on track. It'll be interesting if he gets himself onto the podium. I can ask him about what happened. Exactly what happened.
I just moved on to it. I don't know if maybe Jugster and Glass touched or something like that. I wasn't sure, but Yeah, if he gets on the podium, we can find out.
It's looking like it's really starting to pick up with rain now. 14 laps into the 28 lap race. And we have hit rain. We didn't expect rain. I don't think any of these guys did. Because from what I saw from one of the drivers, it said no rain, just overcast. I wonder if it's that weird rain where it rains,
doesn't wet
but
the
it's
track.
not hard. Yeah, it's not hard enough to switch over to the inters.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Oh!
Bob the Flop! Something happened to him.
Bobbity Bob. What happened?
He might have. I think these guys are starting to struggle. Glass gets himself in the third.
If you just touch the grass, obviously with the rain coming down, once you touch that grass, it sort of hooks you on and you really
Seth
slow down.
was the first one to make the switch to the inners.
It was at the
I
right
just
time.
noticed it. Only thing you can do is look on Seth to see if he's struggling or not.
Just watching him now, and he seems nice and comfortable actually. No, the rear end's still very loose actually. Yeah. From the looks of Seth, it's definitely not anywhere near ready.
Now these guys on the mediums seem to be okay. They just have to take it a little easy when you gas it out of the corners.
Yeah, Seth's crawling around the track.
Blaze recoil, what happened? Glass is catching Cardinal as well.
Bob seems to be struggling with some rear traction there. Glass doesn't seem phased at all. But what can Cardinal do to keep him behind? 18 seconds is the gap to Jugster.
If Glass gets around him, he's going to have to push really hard to catch up to Jugster.
He's going to have to put in more than a second a lap to get this job done.
Cardinal goes wide.
This could be the opportunity.
Struggling a little bit.
A difficult corner to take on. Don't risk anything.
Glass thinks.
But this is it. If he can get
Ooh.
a nice, yeah, he's setting himself up for a more powerful run.
Oh, somebody spins out right in front of him. That's Seth. Oh,
DRS is still enabled, so here we go. Glass makes the move, but is Cardinal going to touch the
Cardinal gives him a little
touches.
bit.
He's going to take opportunity and try and sneak back round. No, doesn't have the traction to do so. So Glass takes on that second positional. Second position.
20 seconds though is the gap to the lead, and he has less than 20 laps to do it, so he's really gonna have to push.
Yeah, there really is rain
Bob the
now.
Flop and Goomba battling it out behind him.
That track's really becoming a
Bob the
little
Flop
bit
is
darker
really
now.
Struggling. Goomba is basking in this because he looks like he's a more comfortable driver.
He does it. In comparison to Bob, he looks almost on tracks. Bob's just seems to be very loose on the entry to his corners.
Goomba is just gonna take his time, I think.
Yeah, there's no need to really.
It's
About too much.
still not. I don't think it's warranted inters yet because the DRS is still active, I believe.
Yeah, I don't. At this rate, I don't think we're going to move on to inters. It's just going to become a very difficult track to manage. I'd say, if anything.
Goomba, I think, is going to set Bob up here. Don't leave
Bob.
it late. Oh!
Bob's gone.
Was that a bump from Goomba? I Couldn't
from
catch
what
him.
I saw, it didn't look like Gumba actually touched him. I think he just swallowed a little bit of exit curb and then, with his already unstable rear end, whipped it back around. But I could be wrong.
Seth is having a lot of trouble. He went and pitted. Neglects put on inters. There we go. Now it's time. Jugster pits for the inters.
There's a lot of water on the
Tell
track
how
now. As Bob spins it, just
did
trying to
lose
get back
Tell
on the
how.
track.
We're gonna go
Bob
get
still hasn't
another
recovered from that spin.
water. I'll be right back.
Mo in the wall as he tries to pit. That is going to ruin his race. Cardinal managed to get in and out. That's going to give him a nice little jump on everyone else. Maybe try and pull that time in. So Cardinal's been in the pits. Jugster's now on his inters. Glass stayed out, but if he can stay in front of Jugster, hold him up a bit. But either way, then he's still got a full pit stop to have to try and catch Jugster with. So Jugster making the right decision to pit early, as did Cardinal. Just gonna hopefully bring him back onto the podium. Gumba's still out on mediums. So Jugster, Cardinal, Mo, Neglect, and Seth on the inters. Nobody else is quite there yet. Blaze and Kakashi in the pits, changing to the inters. Blaze in. Blaze out. There we go. As Glass heads into the pits now. Look at him touching the barrier. Lewis. But that's lost him a hell of a lot of time staying out that extra lap. Sometimes it helps and it works to risk it, but this time he's not been able to take advantage of the weather conditions. Gumba in the pits as well, so this is going to bring Cardinal back up into second.
Cardinal, Goomba follows into the pits. So Glass gets out now. Goomba in the pits. Kimmy is still out there on the softs, as well as Samurai. Samurai, I think, is having trouble with him. It's definitely time to pit for the inners.
Oh, Kimmy nearly spinning it there. It's definitely time for the inners. I think anyone staying out is just either knows something we don't, like the rain stopping immediately, or they've made a grave error.
I'm wondering if this rain is gonna rain for a little bit and be one of those. Oh, Bob's gone. Did I miss that?
When Bob spun, he couldn't get himself
onto
the track.
Samurai.
Yeah, so
we lost Samurai as well.
He didn't pit. He just, because he lost it into the pits.
Follow on board with Blaze, see if I can find where Samurai lost him.
I think that's him down in the pits.
Slid into the wall, trying to pit.
Yeah, he slid into the wall. There he is. Yeah, he's just
Kimmy
in the wall
there. Goomba gets Kimmy. Kimmy is still out there on the softs. He's got to pit.
Yeah, Kimmy's damaging his race staying out. He could almost, if he gets in and out nicely and has some decent pace on the inters, he could get back ahead of Mo. Keep that 5th position. But he's really got to push when he comes out the pits there. Glass just 3 seconds behind Cardinal. Glass going to be very happy with his drive today, although also at the same time very disappointed.
Jugster's It's almost 23.5 seconds in the lead.
Yeah, we didn't think it was going to be a dominant one this time round, but proved us wrong again.
So Kimi finally pits for the inters. Nicolex is having a hard time going through the hairpin. Kashi back in 9th, so if all these guys can finish, they will get points. Jugster is just right on board with him, see how comfortable he feels in the rain. It's just smooth. Oh, Cardinal now has Glass right behind him.
Yeah, it's just a matter of how long Glass finds a way past. If he can hang on, then he's got to do it for 8 laps. Keep Glass behind him. Which is a tall order considering the pace of the Sauber driver, who's already, as we speak, makes his way past.
Cardinal
very wise
set
not
of
to
inters.
defend too much.
No, it's about the same. Now let's see if this gap at the top starts to come down at all. These guys doing a very good job. I don't think we've seen too many time on-track penalties.
No, I've only seen 1 or 2, and I think they were stop-goes for speeding the pit lane, so we'll see what Glass can do. If he's to win this, he's got to close in by about 4 seconds, or 3 seconds a lap, 3.5 seconds a lap.
Kashi not very comfortable with his car. This has to be, for my experience, probably one of the harder tracks to drive in the rain.
I've never done a lap of it in the rain in this game, so it'll be good for tomorrow.
It doesn't rain tomorrow. So 7 more laps. Jugster's in the lead. Glass did get around Cardinal. Cardinal hasn't left Glass though. He's still behind him. Goomba in a solid 4th. Mo in 5th currently. Kimi in 6th. Neglect's doing a solid job in 7th. Blaze in 8th. Kakashi in 9th. Okay, I thought it was ghosting. It's the cloudiness on the game. And Seth doing what he's got to do to grab that last point. Not having the most comfortable time right now, but he is pushing hard.
Yeah, every point is vital, so may as well keep going. Cardinal's going to be looking to try and keep that gap to below about 3 seconds, just in case Glass makes a mistake or runs into a penalty of some sort. It's always good to try and think about things like that. And it's so late in the race, because could be sitting in 3rd, 7 seconds behind or whatever, and if you don't know someone's got 9 seconds penalties, you suddenly be in 2nd. So not everything is lost just because you're 3 seconds down the road.
.6 now. Glass isn't really catching Jugster.
Glass only needs 1 more warning till he gets to 3 seconds.
So it's close.
So it is close, yeah. Cardinal he doesn't have anything, so if Cardinal can keep that roughly where it is now, he can possibly keep that 2nd position.
Jugster just seems so smooth in the rain. Little twitch from the car there as I say that. Sorry. Commentator's curse.
The only person actually with 3 seconds is Kakashi. No one else has a penalty that hasn't already been solved. Was just Blaze had a stop go. Blaze has had 2 stop goes. And he's still sitting in 8th. Not too bad.
Jugster. The intervals have kind of kicked in now. I think the rain really played into it. These guys, I think, would have been a lot closer. Kimi has pitted again? Kimi goes to ultra soft. Does he know something I don't know? That is a bold move. He does.
That is.
The track is drying.
Yeah, he's risked that. So to be fair,
Jugster's going. So Glass, Cardinal, and Glass. If these guys want to, they got to pit now, and they'll gain a lot of time. Jugster, they're diving for the pits. Okay, this is I thought it was going to be.
Glass in the
pits.
No. The Cardinal. Yeah. Glass gets a 5-second stop go as well.
Will he? I don't know. Can you serve it as soon as you get it? Let's see.
No.
Nope, he's not going to serve it.
That's going to be added.
Cardinal gets out first.
This time, so 8 seconds on Glass. Cardinal stays ahead.
So Cardinal's going to want to push as hard as he can if he wants a shot at the win.
Yeah. Well, Glass has got to push like mad and get at least 8 seconds ahead of the Cardinal.
Is coming up to the backstretch now.
See, has Jugster left it to... Glass goes straight past Cardinal.
Can Glass make up that deficit?
Cardinal is being very cautious on his throttle. Very cautious indeed. Glass... I don't even know if he's got traction control on. Yeah, I think he's got it on medium. So he's been a bit more aggressive with the throttle, but Cardinal seems to be balancing his brake and throttle quite hard. Vikashi gets another 3 seconds, brings him up to 6. Jugster is
in the pits now.
Stand still now.
Glass is on the backstretch now.
He's just coming up to release the limiter. Now he is out. Glass is a while away.
Still 50 seconds.
Massive deficit there.
How'd that go from 24 seconds to 50 seconds?
I don't know. I think possibly the Inters were still slightly faster on that final, although the track's going dry now.
38 now, 27. Now it's starting to come down. 25.
Yeah, let's put it back to about where it was actually.
So Cardinal and Glass are the closest on track. 24 seconds.
Just gotta stay within 7 seconds. 8 seconds, sorry. Although at this rate, isn't looking too promising. Already at 3.5 seconds, just 4 laps to go.
So can Cardinal keep within that second, or that time penalty second, and pick up second?
Cardinal is actually the only person not to have even had a warning.
Very clean driving. It might pay off for him today as well. He's going to want to start pushing because that
yeah, it's 5
gap
seconds
is
right
building.
now.
Jugster on 25th lap. Glass starts 25th lap now. Cardinal starts his lap. Uma doing a solid job still, staying in fourth.
Kimmy's getting closer to Mo. Put that down to now 1.5 seconds. And closing.
Blaze opted to go on to the mediums. I wonder why.
Probably ran out of tyres, I'd say. Or he just wasn't paying attention to
Good call,
his
yeah.
tyre option, to his hub menu or whatever. But I'd say he's run out of tyres. Picked the right strategy.
Can Kimmy get around Mo for fifth? Looks like he's carrying more speed right now.
Yeah, definitely seems the stronger driver. Oh, as we say it, he gets 3 seconds.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah. Mo is on his final warning, however, so it could even things out.
Kimmy staying right around that 2-second gap. Only about 3 laps to go.
6.8 seconds the gap from Cardinal to Glass. Glass?
Cardinals, or Kimmy's really not pulling Mo in too much. He is on the straights, but as soon as they enter the corner section, he's kind of falling behind.
Yeah, he's definitely got a lower aero set up. Cardinal desperately trying to hang on to that 8 seconds, but it's about to be lost. 7.7.
The top 3 guys opted for softs compared to the rest of these guys on the likes of Kakashi.
And there it goes, 8.1 seconds.
Jugster. Sector 2, Sector 3 yellows. Kimmy's really pushing right now. I think he wants to pass Mo on track. Kimmy might run out of time. He's gonna have to push. He's got just about a lap to do it, 2 laps. Wasn't quite in DRS range there.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough time, especially considering with the aero setup difference. When he's going to be wanting to gain to get into a position for a move, he's actually going to be falling back. So, might be a little bit more difficult than you'd imagine. His Cardinals gap drops to 9.7.
As I speak, here comes Kimmy. Stay on board with this battle until Jugster's nearly at the finish.
This
Mo
is going to be the opportunity. Very nice drive out of the corner, but Mo's defending very harshly. That was a bit aggressive on the defense.
Mo's giving him the shoulder.
Yeah, Mo's really aggressive there. Actually, there's another 3 seconds.
Cash
Kimi's not
in.
giving up.
Jugster has started his final lap. So I think... Oh, Glass sets the fastest lap.
This is going to be the
Kimi's
opportunity
gonna
for
set...
Kimi. He's definitely got a straight line speed.
Little wide on the turn. It's a better run out of the turn
He's
though.
trying to build that, build that speed.
No,
I don't want to see the back of Kimi's
outside.
car.
I know.
Yeah,
Easy. Mo kind of lets him go. Will Mo?
Oh, but Mo
he
comes
does.
back. Kimi can't turn in. That was a very late move. Kimi got the run. Let's try again. One more lap to try. That was a very aggressive dive from Mo there. Lucky to not have been hit by Kimi.
Back. Jugster is turning the hairpin. He's coming up on the way to victory. It was a solid job, solid race. Did what he had to do. Started second. First time he didn't get pole this season, but he's going to grab the victory in China.
Great win. Great drive.
A dominating win, I would say, after the incident with Glass putting himself off.
Comes Glass, 13, 14 seconds ahead. Cardinal.
Good recovery drive to get himself back in the second. Grabs second place and gets the unserved stop time. Cardinal, a solid race to get himself in the third.
Great job from Cardinal there.
Kimi, another. Oh, Goomba stayed quiet but had a solid race. He puts himself in the fourth.
Yeah, he
Two Force
stayed
Indians are
solidly
looking like
behind Cardinal. So
Mo and Kimi here. Kimi's gonna have one more look at it. I don't know if Les is gonna leave it late. He does. Oh, bit of a touch.
I think that was just getting a little bit desperate there. At least he didn't take full opportunity.
There goes Kimi.
Last corner and DNFs spectacularly. So no points for Kimi.
They do get points for finishing, so he's going to get 1 point. Neglect's coming in. He's going to get 6. Solid ride. Oh, I didn't even get the other guys. They just kicked me off.
Get to either. I'll try and invite.
All right, so if you want to bring in Jugster, Glass, and you're all right. So Cardinals in, we're waiting for Jugster, and we're waiting for Glass.
Sup, gents?
Okay.
Just waiting on the other two, and we'll kick off these podium interviews.
I've sent one to them.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
So there you guys have it. Jugster picks up his 3rd win of the season. He is really putting the points on these guys. Glass gets himself in the 2nd. Cardinal in 3rd. Goomba 4th. Mo 5th. Neglects 6th. Kimi finishes 7th. Blaze 8th. Kakashi 9th. And Seth finishes 10th. I think we're just waiting on one more person. All right, I think we have all of you guys in here. If you guys can make sure you include your audio, just go to the party section, hit that tick box, and we'll get these going. So,
All right.
Jugster, do I have you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm just gonna say congratulations, man. It looked like you might have had your hands full tonight with Glass. You guys kind of duked it out for pole, and then you came around the corner in the backstretch and found yourself in first. After that, it looked like it was smooth sailing. So I'm just gonna ask, real simple. Tell me about your race. How did you feel?
Yeah, he definitely had a lot more pace than me in qualifying. I was a little worried about that, but then at the start of the race, I was pretty much staying right there and behind him, and it seemed like he was getting a little loose there on the back end, and I was just waiting for it, and then finally it happened, and I just went off.
So did the rain affect your pace at all? I was watching a little bit when you were driving in the rain. You looked actually really confident.
Yeah, I mean, I don't run any assists, so and that was like the first time I ran in the rain with no assists, so it was a little, at first it was a little sketchy, but my gap started growing during when it was raining. He was actually, falling back behind me. At one point, it was like 50 seconds, but then I had to pit, and then it was like 30 seconds. But then when he was on the softs again, he was going pretty quick again.
All right, Seb, do you have anything to add?
No, you covered everything. That's a third win for you. Another dominant win. So I can assume you're feeling very confident for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, it feels good. The only person I really think I have to worry about is him, and if I can hold him back, I think it should be looking good.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be
All
able to
right,
see you
but-
next race.
Congratulations, man. So we're gonna pop over to our second place, Glass. Kind of like a return back to league racing tonight. I don't know if you've done any racing prior to it, but you looked pretty solid tonight. You grabbed an amazing quick pole until you had that little incident in the backstretch. So tell me about how that happened. I'm kind of curious.
It was a roller coaster. I had my ballast way to the back and just didn't. I completely forgot to change it, so I was wobbly coming around a lot of the fast corners. Um, I took advantage of the rain and came from last to second, so I'm happy with that. God's
Yeah,
sake,
it was
that's-
one
that's
heck of a
that.
recovery drive.
I wasted the mediums trying to do it, so the rain comes, the rain
So
comes.
Seb, anything
Yeah.
to add?
Yeah, I mean it's a really it was a very fast drive. Obviously, you had the incident at the beginning of the race that sent you to the back of the basically the back of the grid. Was it when the rain started coming down? Did you think, right, I've got this. I can get back on the podium, or were you already sort of feeling your way to the top steps again?
I knew there was some time in between now, well, when I was sort of on the mediums and when the rain was going to come. So I thought, well, if I can at least get as many places as I can before the rain comes and we start changing tyres, hopefully we're back in the top 5, and it worked.
Some drive from you, mate.
Yes, great
Not bad,
recovery
aye.
drive. No,
that.
congratulations on second. And so we're going to move on to our third place driver, a man that actually doesn't live that far away from me, surprisingly.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's going on, Cardinal? Congratulations. You had quite a few battles, I think, with Kimmy and the likes of Bob at the beginning of the race. And I think
Yeah.
you actually had a couple of laps where you were tangling with your teammate. So give us a rundown on your race.
Yeah, I had a pretty good fight because really my start was just I got pushed to the way outside, and I think I lost 3 places. So yeah, it made something to fight for. So once I got through that, it was pretty clean sailing. And then I looked up. Of course, I was too far behind to see the wreck that put me into second. I'm not sure where that happened. I think it was the big sweeper. And next thing I know, this guy's barreling up behind me with when the rain stopped or was starting to stop, and we were on intermediates, and I am not good on rain, so I sort of just yielded that. I didn't want to ruin either of our races, and then yeah, just tried to drive and catch up. Of course, it pulled way out on me fast. I have a hard time picking up on when to start to dry up and when I can really lay into it. So yeah, I played it safe to keep the podium.
No, congratulations. It was a solid drive. Kind of a battle. I know Goomba behind you had a couple scraps too, but you guys finished 3 and 4, so solid points to the Force India guys. I know Marcus, if he's still watching, will be happy about that. But Seb, do you have anything to add?
No, you've covered everything basically there. You know, really solid drive. Did you know about 7 seconds or 8 seconds? Sorry, that actually
Yeah, the penalty.
Glass picked up on the final few. I think it was the
Yeah.
final, or just
No.
as they pit for the mediums. He actually picked up 8 seconds
I was
just
hoping he
on
wouldn't
those
pick
pit
up on
stops.
that.
No,
Literally
no,
at the last minute, we
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Had to go
Well,
for
I
it
was
at
just
the
going
end.
to say, yeah, when Ouija did catch up to the pack, and we were sort of battling there for a little bit. He made a great pass on me and then shut the barn door. I must have been, I had to be like 3 thousandths of a second off of your tail on that one, but it was really exciting, and I enjoyed it. And like I said, Glass, I didn't know you. I know I'm not good in the rain, and I figured with your pace that you were. So I didn't want to ruin our races. I left you go through the big turn one there, and
It was touch and go
hope
at
to
times with
salvage.
that ballast.
Yeah, and salvage everything for all of us. So
Mm.
yeah, it
Good
was
race.
fun. It was fun.
No, it's some really good, smart racing from all three of you today. Actually, yeah, it's really
Thank
good.
you.
Great to watch. Great to commentate on.
Yeah, good to be back.
Congratulations, guys. Congratulations to the top 3. Congratulations to everybody who actually finished. You guys all picked up a point. I know, Kimmy, you had that nice little last corner moment, but you still grabbed some points. But we will catch you guys next week. We are in Azerbaijan, so we're going street racing. Same time, same place, right here at the SF1 official channel. Catch that race. It's going to be, I probably hope, well, let's hope it's not, what would I say? Everybody blows up at the castle section? No,
I'm good.
I hope not. But right. But we will catch you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the viewers, all the comments I've been reading through during the race. Until next week, actually, we'll catch you there. We're back tomorrow. Hopefully, if the Xbox servers stay on board, we can finally race as the GP2 guys. But until then, we will see you tomorrow, and GP3 will see you next week.